Let's get into it, and we're going to start out immediately with someone who had a lot of buzz when he first came out, who was co-signed by one of the biggest Southern rappers, period, who had every opportunity to be a superstar, or at least a star, and that's OJ the Juiceman. If you don't know who the hell OJ the Juiceman is, well, he was signed, or at least was working with, I don't know if he was officially signed, but he was working with Gucci Mane a lot back in like 2006, 2007, 2008, even 2009, around those years. And he had a lot of buzz, at least in the South, surrounding his name. And it's unfortunate what I'm about to start reading right now, because this guy had a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential, and just never really utilized it the way he should have. Well, but, shit happens. Some people you can't control. You try to help them out as much as you can, and things like this happen. So let's go over the article, what I'm talking about. OJ the Juiceman has been arrested on drug trafficking and gun charges after leading police on a car chase. According to TMZ, OJ, real name Otis Williams Jr., was flagged for speeding on March 4th in Coweta County, Georgia, and initially refused to pull over, leading police officers on a short chase. The rapper, best known for his 2008 hit, Make the Trap Say, "Ay," eventually ceded. Upon searching his vehicle, cops found cocaine and a 9mm handgun in his possession. The 42-year-old was then booked on charges of cocaine trafficking, possession with intent to distribute, possession of a firearm, obstruction of justice, evidence tampering, and eluding police. OJ has been held in custody ever since with no bond. His next court date is currently scheduled for December 25th, 2024. Following the news of the arrest, Juicy J called for his fellow rappers' release, writing on X, "Free the legend OJ the Juiceman." Well, if you look at the photos, man, he looks doesn't really look that good, man. These photos got him kind of looking crazy, man. But this guy, OJ the Juiceman, at one point, if you remember, if you were paying attention at all, had the best opportunity to blow up and become a superstar, or at least a star. I'm not going to say superstar. Superstar is like Drake, and at least a star in hip hop. The best way possible. Like, somebody that's already established is setting you up and trying to push you, and everybody wants to hear your music, and you don't want to do it. And I remember Gucci Mane speaking on this, and he said, listen, some people, they just want to be in the streets, and that's it. You can't get them out of it no matter what, no matter how much money. In the streets, they're already making money. So imagine, the streets are making money with whatever you're doing, selling drugs, selling guns, whatever you're doing in the streets, right? You're making a lot of money. Let's just say you're making $100,000 a week. And then you got to transition into this legal business, which is rap. And all of a sudden, you're a new rapper, so you're not really making the same money you were making in the streets, right? You're making $100,000 in the streets a week. And this rap stuff you're starting at like $2,000-$3,000 a week. Or sometimes nothing, really, depending on who it is. With Gucci Mane setting you up, I'm sure he at least was getting paid like $5,000 a show. So he's probably making like $10,000, $15,000 a week. I don't even know how much he was making in the streets, but let's just throw out $100,000, right? Let's just throw out a number that would question whether I should leave the streets or not. Let's just say that. So $100,000 a week he's making in the streets, that's $400,000 a month. Let's just say he's rapping, he's only making $40,000 a month, right? Just to make this math simple, he's getting 2 shows a week, $5,000 a show. You look at the numbers and you're like, why would I leave the streets when I'm, making all this insane money and become a rapper? Like, I don't care about being a rapper. But most people that come from the streets aren't realizing, hey, this is legal money. This isn't illegal money. This is legal money. But some people don't like the fame. Maybe they don't like the music that much. OJ had a lot of anticipation when it comes to his music. And Gucci said it was just a struggle to get him in the studio. It was a struggle to constantly, get him out of the streets from doing street stuff, and just constantly trying to get him in the studio and get him out of that situation. But I'm sure he regrets it now, man, after all these years. I mean, why would you, and he's been arrested quite a few times. Like, it's not the first time, but it's like somebody who had this huge potential and just throws it down the drain for nothing but, ignorant, stupid stuff. And what was I going to say? It just slipped my mind. There was somebody else with the same type of... Oh, I think Cameron was mentioning that about Joel Santana, about having to ask him to come to studio constantly, and he was constantly going out and partying. And But there's a lot of artists with like there's a lot of artists above the artists that they signed that have these type of stories. That hey, it's a struggle to get this guy to do something, and eventually you just give up because it's like why am I caring more about your life and your career than you are? So with OJ the Juiceman situation, looks like he's not even gonna see any type of trial or court date. He's got no bond, so he's gonna be locked up till December 25th, 2024. That's a pretty long ways away, basically the rest of this year. And yeah, man, going over his like let's go over his thing a little bit, his catalog a little bit. And he, 2006 to about 2010, that's when like he was really blowing up and doing his thing. And he had a bunch like I remember that Superman High in the club. I guess Superman High. He was doing a track with R. Kelly, which I know R. Kelly gets a bad name about, but that record's fire. Did songs with Jada Kiss, Gucci, all these people had the hype, but just never took his career serious, man. That's the unfortunate thing about this. But we'll keep our eye out on this, and hopefully, things once he gets out, man, things change for the better. Obviously, you can't change someone's ways, man. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.